Want to get old quickly? Focus on negative emotions. Negative emotions are a sure way to age faster. Negative emotions can be a fast-forward button to your own grave. Stress is often associated with emotions, specifically the kinds of emotions that we would consider to be negative emotions. So things such as anger or fear or frustration, even something that seems innocent like being impatient, that can be categorized as a negative type of emotion. Negative emotions are hard on our bodies and our minds. You probably have some personal experience in this. If you felt negative emotions or even one negative emotion repeatedly or for an extended period of time, you feel drained and exhausted. So you know that negative emotions can be very heavy and taxing on the body and the mind. Simply put, negative emotions are very taxing. They can cause the body to produce stress hormones. When we are exposed to stress hormones for an extended period of time or on a repeated basis, that can have some bad effects on our bodies and our minds. Stress, the negative emotions, and the stress hormones associated with them can affect our health, physical health, psychological health, and emotional health negatively. You may have heard that things such as cardiovascular health or things such as strokes or depression and anxiety can be related to stress. What you may not have realized is that there are other ways that stress and negative emotions can affect you, not in a good way either. Negative emotions can accelerate our aging and it can reduce our muscle mass. That's definitely not a good thing for our physical health and well-being. Stress and these negative depleting emotions can also impair our memories, and they can cause the cells in our brains to die. This can lead to impaired mental function and diminished performance. It doesn't take much to realize just how detrimental stress and negative emotions are to our well-being. I'm sure you can already figure out that minimizing and managing stress, getting rid of negative emotions, or at least finding ways of mastering and controlling them, and therefore controlling stress hormones, is really the end goal for us if we want to stay healthy and resilient. The good news is that as bad as negative emotions are for our health and well-being, positive emotions can have just the opposite effect on us. There are many benefits to our health, and that's physical health, psychological health, and emotional health in terms of positive emotions such as love and joy and happiness. But there's more to it than that. A positive attitude can be just as helpful. Things like courage, appreciation, care, and tolerance can be very beneficial to our health. Positive emotions and positive attitudes create neurochemicals that regenerate our system. In essence, healing our bodies and keeping them healthy. Whereas negative emotions have a draining effect on us, where our energy is depleted, positive emotions and positive attitudes can have a renewing and rejuvenating effect on us. Positive emotions and attitudes can help to increase your longevity, that means living longer, and your resilience. Positive emotions and attitudes can also improve memory and problem-solving abilities. They've also been linked to increased creativity and improved job performance. So, what is the takeaway from all of this? In the simplest terms, the takeaway here is that you have the power to control how emotions affect you by controlling your emotions. Stress and emotions are part of life, they're real, and we can't expect to not have emotions. But it's what we do with those emotions that makes a difference for our health and well-being. We all experience negative emotions at some point, but the question that you should be asking yourself is, how long do I allow myself to stay in that state of a negative emotion? Considering how damaging negative emotions can be, it's in your best interest to do whatever you can to change your state to positive emotions. And I realize that it's not always easy to switch from a negative emotion to a positive emotion just like that. But it's up to you to try to put in the work. What you can do is focus on a positive attitude as a bridge, as a way of getting yourself from feeling negative emotions to feeling more positive emotions. A positive attitude is a really great way to bridge that gap and help to move you in the right direction from negative to positive emotions. Consider something like appreciation. You can't feel angry or sad or frustrated or irritated when you're appreciating someone or something or a situation. It really can be that simple in terms of the concept. Of course, the application will require your time and effort. So your challenge is to pay attention to your emotions and make sure that you don't stay in a state of negative emotions for very long, because it can be very damaging to you. Once you realize that you're in a state of negative emotions, challenge yourself to move away from that state and move yourself into more positive emotions. And remember that using positive attitudes is a great way to make a bridge between negative emotions and positive emotions, and that will help you to move in the right direction. As with anything else, this is something that requires practice. It will take time and effort, and you will have to put in some work. But you are worth it. Your health is worth it. So now that you know how bad negative emotions can be and how positive emotions and positive attitudes can counterbalance that, it's up to you to do something about it.